Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Darnold on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
It's a 45-yard punt and a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position. Where are we going to be and what do we need? To get, and then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing now is Locke. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Locke going to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw, and he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Dalvin Cook, 79 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now, he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
Now he's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Protein spill.
Now this time Locke will throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They run again on first down. Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back to throw, Darnold, setting up the screen for Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. On first down, Darnold. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Darnold. It's caught by OBJ. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Darnold to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. To the air again, Darnold. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of 1, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The kick by Elliott is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. So we have reached halftime, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying,
the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way down to the 5. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 65 yards. trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around, not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Third and long, it's Darnold. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Taking it about the 36. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Jets now to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lock. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. A 1st down throw, Darnold. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. Locke now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd and 7, Locke dancing to his left. He'll try and run it, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what...
And it's a touchdown for the Jets. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st down, it's Darnold. It's caught. Beckham. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing on first down is Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Throwing his Lock on third down. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's fourth.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And no, it's incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on fourth down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a run with Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The New York set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Anytime your offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it again with Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They run, Cook. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Faking the give, Darnold. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's into the clear. The 20. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
I know you felt that way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5.
43 hot. 43's the mic. So don't say nothing.
Cook following the penalty. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They run the counter with Cook. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the fourth.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8. He'll look to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Lock to throw. There he goes inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The end result, 21 yards. To throw his lock. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zadarius Smith, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.